Hey guys. Let's see. Here we go. Hey Kat. Yep. You know what? Number one, the first, Lake done. Hey Adam. Adam says, "Am I early?" No, you're right on time. I'm late. You know why I'm late? Not all the time, but a lot of the time because I go to get ready to press the go live button on my phone, and all kinds of shorts come up from other people, and I want to reply while I have the opportunity to reply. Hey Jamie, how are you? My cat's meowing at you guys. Not meowing at me. Meowing at you guys. So, you guys, you're gonna have to excuse me for a second. I forgot to get my water. I'm gonna step out of the room for just a second. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna leave Cat and Jack in charge. All right. I'll be right back. Sorry. All right, guys. I apologize. Yes. Sorry, guys. What did Cat retract? Cat says he never saw that. What did I miss? Adam says, uh, Adam says, "How did Cat and Jack?" What did I miss, Cat? Sniper says, "Greeting, beautiful souls. Greetings, Sniper. How are you?" Hey, Sniper, what's going on with the house? You said it was a 95% done deal the last time we asked. Cat says he never saw that. Now I really want to know. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? Full see-through Dinos. That didn't help much, Sniper. Give me a second, guys. So just hold on, Sniper. Listen to this.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Hey,
Pulchritudinous.
why do I immediately forget what I just listened to? Adam says, "Doesn't I know why this refrigerator water dispenser doesn't work?" Well, you can make an educated guess. Is it plugged in? That's my answer for everything. Did you check the flux capacitor? Now, when I say did you check the flux capacitor, it's assuming that it is a time traveling refrigerator water dispenser. If it's not a time traveling water dispenser, then scratch the whole flux capacitor thing. So if it says no water, His educated guess is about as good as mine. We are not. Cat says, "Oh no, not the flex." Yeah, they go bad. You got to be careful with the flex capacitors. Hey, Misty. Life with Misty is here. Welcome, my friend. Misty, thank you so much for the kind comments you left in my shorts. Check if the flow is dry. Hey, Misty, do you know anything at all about refrigeration water dispensers? You also might want to wiggle the doohickey. Possibly shake the thingamabob. Hey, Soulstar says, just woke up from a long nap. Well, good for you, my friend. Sounds like you needed it. I bet you Soulstars knows. It's Soulstars. Do you know anything about refrigerated water dispensers? Did you shake it? Misty says no. I'm actually kind of surprised, Misty. Adams Adam says pretty close. It is looking like the refrigerator control refrigerator control board next gen RFID is bad. Man, that was gonna be my first guess, and I thought, no, let's go let's go with flux capacitor to begin with. So it says, so it's a tap that goes through your fridge, yeah. That's a posh fridge. Nice. You know, they have smart fridges now. You can actually be online. Your refrigerator can like give you all kinds of information. Here's the question. Do we need to be that tapped in? That kind of stuff. Man, I remember when it was high tech, space age kind of stuff, when you could get a phone that did not have a cord attached to it and it wasn't either plugged in a wall. It says yes or no. You guys put me in a good mood right from the very beginning. Thank you. Conversation's got to be downhill from here. Soulstar says, I do not know anything about them. My refrigerator is likely older than some in the chat, except for the chatter. Unless your refrigerator is like a cave, then it is doubtful it's older than me. That's for sure. Seppa says, use it, but keep it real. Hey, Anthony. Anthony says, Anthony on the move. Hello, everyone. Hello, Anthony. Nice to see you, my friend. I appreciate you coming in. Anthony, just made a trip over to your channel and I just subscribed and hit all notifications. It's a beautiful banner. It's not a thumbprint, but the banner, Anabe, where is that located, my friend? That's absolutely beautiful. So it appears that Anthony has Anthony on the Move, the travel channel. I'm looking forward to diving in and seeing your content, my friend. Hey, Elfish, thumbs up, everyone. I appreciate that. I have not even hit the thumbprint yet. Sorry, the thumbs up. I'm going to now, though. I don't mind being immodest and hitting the thumbs up for myself. Willa says, sorry late. How is everyone? Doing good, Willa. How are you? Misty says, I'd rather have normal old school stuff versus high tech. High tech stuff is too complicated. I agree. You know, I do have a smartphone, but it's more of a smart-ish type of phone. Thanks for coming in, Elfish. Well says hope all is good. Um, how are things with you? Yeah, unfortunately, you're right about that, Sniper. Sniper says to Adam, that's new technology for you, not designed to last, just keep the economy going. I wonder about that with cars nowadays. If you buy a new car and you took care of it, you see cars on the road from the 1940s, 1950s. It's rare, but people take them out. People have them. They keep them in shape, and they take them out and drive them. Easily, you'll see cars from the 1960s. You used to think I wouldn't mind having like a 1965 Corvette Stingray or a 1965 Mustang, except it'd be scratched. It wouldn't be. It would be like a using car and that kind of stuff. If you have a car like that, you want someone who's going to take care of it. Well, it says I just hurt someone so bad with my words. Didn't say anything wrong except I don't know. I can't keep doing this. I really can't keep hurting people. I want to do the opposite, not that. Um, have to be fine, I guess. So, Willow, if someone you cared about hurt you and said they were sorry, what would you do? Yeah, Simple says still have the 50s cool boxers. Elfish says day by day. High tech. Misty says high tech stuff in the hospital help people and save their life is important, but home stuff needs to be simple. Agreed. Agreed. Simple says Eric, you buy a car off the forecourts and it costs 40% instantly. I heard something like that before. Well, it says I don't know. Depends on what they did. Just ruin everything. Um, on more than one occasion, you brighten up my life and the live streams, Willow. Been a really good friend to me. I appreciate you being here. Um, how about you chalk it up to you made a mistake, and it's okay to make a mistake. How about if you said you were sorry to yourself and just cut yourself a break? Phoenix says, "Hey, Dolly. Hey, beautiful friends. Much love." There's definitely not anyone in this chat who hasn't said something, probably to a loved one, uh, that they didn't instantly regret and then spend a long time punishing themselves for having done it or said it. I certainly have. You know, I think of people that I've lost who reviewing life circumstances and things that I've said uh, that you can never just take back. Phoenix says, Willow, I love you. I'm sorry too. So I'm glad you said that, Dolly. Willow says, what expected? I think I said, sorry, but I don't know. I can keep doing this because first you're hurting my pets. You just kept pushing on to Yoda. He hates it and a lot more, but I don't want. So, Willow, you can apologize and say, hey, I was concerned about my dog. Apologize without blame. Hey, Selena. Selena, how are you? Scroll Sniper says, give me 1 second. Selena the.
Pulchritudinous.
How do you like that accent that I had when I said that? You want to hear me say it one more time? Here it goes.
Pulchritudinous.
How is that, guys? I don't often talk like that. I don't often use that voice. only on serious occasions. Phoenix sends love to Sniper as well as Selena. I can do that one more time if anyone asks. If you want to hear me use that voice again, just let me know. I don't mind. Well, it says, I think it won't do everything. I'm scared to. I'm scared to say sorry. She say something bad to me. Just get in a fight with that. Hey, you know what? She could say something bad to you, but that doesn't mean you have to fight. Why, if someone says something to you, does it mean that you have to fight? Cena says hi to Dolly, and Dolly says hi to Soulstar. Yeah, you for any kind of engagement like that. Guru says, "Can I ask you something?" Sure. Hey, Lost Love, that is Buddha. Buddha, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Um, I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, you can choose how you engage with someone. But you don't have to fight, Willow. You don't have to fight back. So it says lost love, but now found. And you don't have to have answers either. An apology doesn't have to have any strings attached. I'm sincerely sorry. And you leave it at that. Now, you guys have heard me talk about Ho'oponopono. It's radical responsibility, meaning you accept responsibility, not blame. You accept responsibility for everything that occurs within your realm of consciousness. And guess what? That's everything because we have one mind, shared mind, one consciousness. So if something happens halfway around the world and you hear about it, you accept responsibility for it, not blame, responsibility. And you say, I'm sorry for whatever it is within my consciousness that might have, maybe, contributed to this happening. Please forgive me for anything, again, within my realm of consciousness that might have contributed. Thank you for bringing this to my attention so that I can address it. I love you, which seals the deal. 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You're not saying that to anyone in particular. You can't say it to anyone in particular. You can only say it to yourself. And what you're asking for, you're literally petitioning the universe to take away the seeming blocks within your consciousness that keeps you from being part of a great healing. That right now, it seems impossible for this to heal. But now that you know that, and you're accepting responsibility for what goes on in a participatory universe, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Hey, MK. MK says hi there and hi to Willow. Phoenix says, I like that. Lost but found. Soulstar says, my Wi-Fi just went out. Came back on. Welcome back, Soulstar. Will says, I don't know what to do. I will see if that works. Be back and see how it goes. Remember, you can choose patience. You can choose peace. We talked about this yesterday. I talked about it all day yesterday. Probably talk about it quite a bit tonight. I will probably talk about it tomorrow. If you had one priority, one goal in every encounter, every situation, your only goal was peace. That's it. How would you proceed? If your goal was peace and you knew going into any situation that was your goal, would you do anything to impede the peace? It's that simple. And here's the even better news. You're not the one who's making the peace. The universe, love, God, the Holy Spirit, whatever term you want to use. Surrender it to the Holy Spirit. If you guys would like to talk about the Holy Spirit, let me know. Hey, Toy Pups. Great to have you here 2 times. What happened to M. Guru? I thought you had a question for me, my friend. Everyone's saying hi. In about 5 minutes, remind me to take my supplements, guys. Lois says, I will come back on. I'm texting her, if you're wondering, but I will see. Okay, let us know. And don't always judge what works and what doesn't. Am I going to neck myself on camera? What do you mean by neck myself? I would answer that in a serious manner if I knew what it meant. I would answer it in a joking manner if I knew what it meant. Hey, Reinhardt's, how are you? What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Get a thumbs up from Soulstars. Semper says, MM 2 seconds from being reported. Semper says, want to try again to Guru. Reinhardt says, how's your day going? It's going pretty good. Winding down. I should be in bed within an hour, probably. How about you? How's your day going? And MK, yesterday, you said that you were going through some stuff. Dolly says hi to the Reinhardts. As the sniper. So I'm going to bring up Course in Miracles again. And I'm going to bring up what we talked about. Setting the goal. Give me 1 second, please. Setting the goal. In any situation in which you are uncertain, the first thing to consider very simply is, what do I want to come of this? What is it for? The clarification of the goal belongs at the beginning, for it is this which will determine the outcome. In the ego's procedure, this is reversed. The situation becomes the determiner of the outcome, which can be anything. The reason for this disorganized approach is evident. The ego does not know what it wants to come from any situation. It is aware of what it does not want, but only that. It has no positive goal at all. So the value of deciding in advance what you want to happen is simply that you will perceive the situation as a means to make it happy. To make it happen. Let me say that again. The value of deciding in advance what you want to happen is simply that you will perceive the situation as a means to make it happen. Imagine if you were going to see someone who you know was confrontational, but in advance you knew that your goal was peace of mind. Now you perceive anything that happens as a way of making peace of mind happen. You have a goal. You've determined the goal. You will therefore make every effort to overlook what interferes with the accomplishment of your objective and concentrate on everything that helps you meet it. It is quite noticeable that this approach has brought you closer to the Holy Spirit's sorting out of truth and falsity. The true becomes what can be used to meet the goal. The false becomes useless from this point of view. The situation now has meaning, but only because the goal has been made meaningful. You can tell this is one of my favorite chapters. Let me dive back in the chat. I do want to again point out. Cat says my favorite being in the world is named Jack. I know that feeling. I had two favorite beings in the world, Mandy and Toby. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. Toy Pups is giving us some emojis, some love emojis. Thank you, Toy Pups. I don't know if I can pronounce that, Phoenix. Reinhardt says, that's funny. My name is Jack. Guru needs a big hug. No doubt. Well, we can do that. Sending you a hug, Guru. Willa says, it'll make things worse. I disagree. Willa. Simon says, if you make peace, it's the other parties at fault, not yourself. And I would even take the blame away from them. Oh, thanks, Sissy. Time for supplements. Willa says, now she just said, sorry, I don't know what to do. Accept the apology. Say that you're sorry too, and let it lie. Let it lie. I love the 4 phrases of Ho'oponopono. They're so applicable on everything. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Does anything need to be said after that? Nope, you don't make anything worse, Willow. Cat says, there is no one else, says Yogi. To be fair, Ramana Maharshi said it first. And he said it with a huge smile on his face, as only he could do. Have you guys ever read any of Ramana Maharshi? He's very much aligned. He passed away in 1950. Master of self-inquiry of Jnana Yoga. He would give people the question, who am I? Meditate on that. Who am I? Not accepting a single answer. Sorry. Excellent advice from Sniper. What's done is done. Let it pass. Absolutely. Let's see. Amansis, did I get that right? Says, hi, mate. Hello, my friend. Solsar says, no, surrender from there. Perfect. Perfect. Let it go, Willa. You said you were sorry. They said they're sorry. Let it go. I'm going to dive back in that. Just want to repeat that real quick. The value of deciding in advance what you want to happen is simply that you will perceive the situation as a means to make it happen. Make peace your priority. Sorry, guys, I'm just going through it. It literally changes everything. Who would you argue with if peace of mind was your number one priority? Peace of mind is synonymous with joy, which is synonymous with happiness, which is synonymous with unconditional love, which is synonymous with God. That's your priority. Who would you argue with if that was your priority? How would you treat yourself? If you're putting yourself down, that certainly doesn't bring you peace of mind, does it? Well, it says she's asking if we're still friends. I never call her a friend just because she's the only one I go to the stables. You could say yes, we're still friends. Me, I try to be friends with everyone. I am friends with everyone. That doesn't mean that everyone is friends with me, but that's up to them. And you have to be firm. It's not personal. My dog doesn't like this, and I got to take care of my dog. Yeah, I wouldn't make it difficult, Willa. Yoda doesn't like this. I'm sorry. You and I are fine, but uh, just keep in mind my dog, please. So yeah, I understand that completely. Sniper says, interesting. Amanza's Cassie translates to person without faith or an unbeliever in English. Interesting. Soul that knows, not believes. Also says, we are souls in a human body, having a human experience that we choose to have. Yeah, I first read that by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, the French Jesuit priest archaeologist, which is definitely a strange dichotomy. We're not human beings that have an occasional spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. Will says, I always put myself down. Um, you ever, who here has ever done any inner child work? It's really important to consider. Think of a child. Um, you felt really, really bad for something, guilty for something, whether they did it or not. How would you approach them? How do you approach that little child crying, broken-hearted, feeling like no one loves them? What would you do? Dolly says, much love. I love you all. I love you too, Dolly. Love above all else. Agreed. Hey, Selma. Well, it says, send to all, love to all. So we all have multiple inner childs within us. You ever had an adult just you were so full of joy, doing something, maybe dancing in a puddle in a rainstorm, getting your feet soaking wet, just laughing, and a well-meaning adult said, "Hey, it's ridiculous. Get out of the rain." Something like that, and you just felt crushed. They said it in a very mean, stern tone. Maybe not meaning to, but that's the way we took it. The joy was just drained. We all have that little child where somewhere along the way was crushed. We have multiple little childs within us. Treat that wounded child within you the same as you would any wounded child. Offer them love. Yeah, I understand, Willow. It's a tough predicament. And you've explained that like completely. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, "Hey, MK. Nice to see you." Rebecca says, "Hey to Willow and Squirrel Sniper." So, is this at the stables? If it comes down to protecting Yoda, if this person's always going to be there, getting mad at her is not going to fix it. It's not going to help. Um, your best bet might be to find some way to keep distance between Yoda and this person. Because, like I said, you tried saying things meanly, that didn't work. You've tried saying things nicely, that didn't work. For the sake of Yoda, it might be distance. Rebecca said, "How are you, Yogi?" I'm good, doing good, Rebecca. Um, you still hanging out with this cat? Just wondering how many days till your next day off. Is it 5? If it says will, and it's your responsibility to put that across to the person. Yes. Anyway means fit if she doesn't like it. See the manager. Excellent advice. Okay, that's not too bad. 4 days. You got this. It was a nice 3 days off. I enjoyed hanging out with you a little more often. Will says, yeah, I'm trying to think of that too. Should you give me things to keep you at home? So that might be your best bet. Rebecca says, "Hey, the cat." Well, it might seem stupid not to take him, but if it puts him in jeopardy, that might be the best thing. 18 days until vacation. So what's going on with vacation, Cat? What are you going to do? Cat says it was great days off, and you certainly earned them. You put in extra time. How many days straight was it? 6 days straight. Sniper says, "Don't second guess." Billy Bob. Hey, Billy Bob. Hello, everyone. Billy Bob, the fish artist, as he has been dubbed. Him and Maddie, for sure. Rebecca says, "Hey, Billy." Oh, well. Cat says, "Asheville for a QHHT retreat." I love Asheville. Thomas Wolf. wrote "You Can't Go Home Again" about Asheville. It's actually considered somewhat of a vegan capital of the Southeast, such as it is. They had a rough time of it the last year. What is it? The Built House? Did I get that right? Have you ever been there? The Garden? It's exciting, Kat. Well, it says yes, but the thing is, Rebel and Yoda. Yoda was their reason to get Rebel out of the stables. Sounds stupid, but I have a video I need to post. I keep forgetting, but Yoda is, I don't know, always helps. The help is awesome, but if Yoda is in danger and if it's causing you stress for right now, and then maybe, yep, the Biltmore. Thank you. I believe that's what it's called. Sniper says I have 26 days to clear my yard. 5 years of all the wood I've collected for carving and firewood in winter. How are you going to manage that, Sniper? So, and then if your friend, hey William says so, Eric, if your friend says, where's Yoda been? You can say, I can't bring her around because I'm afraid that you are going to inadvertently provoke her and she'll bite you. Sniper says, greetings, William Hart. William said hi. Kat says, never been to either. Heard Asheville is the Sedona of the East, or so I heard. Very beautiful. Have you ever been to Sedona? Been there twice. Wouldn't mind going again. I think. We actually used Sedona as a base. I honeymooned in Sedona. And drove north. We went up to Flagstaff, which is beautiful, and we drove up into the Painted Desert. I love deserts. Michael says, hey there, Yogi. Sorry I'm late. I was working on a music hangout. Not a problem, Michael. How'd the hangout go? Kat says, I wish. Well, how about we do some sething together, Kat? How about we make it happen for you? Willow says, I just don't know. Another thing is, I need to take him tomorrow. I can't leave him home the rest of the time, but sometimes I need to take him to the stables. The guy says training at the stables. Do what you need to do to take care of Yoda. Zephyr says, in amongst working, paying the bills, gonna be all hours at some point. Sending extra energy your way, Sniper. Man, I wish I was there to help you. You might need to be just totally blunt, nice but blunt. Hey, Jessica. Jessica's, hey, Yogi. Nice to see you, my friend. I gave away every month you get to give away 10 memberships. And I was very happy to see you come up. Don't know what to do. Just be blunt. Sorry, I can't have my dog near you. It's not personal. Well, Willow, you're a nice person. I listened to you talk. You can tell you're a nice person. You have a nice voice. Nice voice comes from a nice heart. Just speak from the heart. It's not personal. I'm protecting my dog. For some reason, whatever you do seems to um, annoy my dog. William says, I have never advocated for myself. It's never too late to start, William. Jessica, how are you? Thank you. You're welcome, Jessica. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Kat says, hey, Willow, I'm sure you're going to find the grace to approach the subject with love when it comes up. Yoda says, I won't say I'm a nice person. I hate my voice. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to say you're a nice person. I'm going to say you're a nice person. And I like your voice. I love your voice. You have a lot of people here who show up in your live streams to hang out with you because of who you are, because how kind you are to your animals, and because of your voice. You know what? I didn't want to do this in my live stream. Willow, you gave me no choice. This was, I promised myself I would never pull this card out and use it. Willow, I'm 60 years old. Don't argue with your elders. At 60, I'm allowed to scold younger people. And all of you are younger than me. So if Selma was here, if Selma was still here, I'd ask her to come up and wag a finger at you. I understand, Willow, what you're saying, what she does. Willow is laughing. That's right. Don't make me call you a young whippersnapper. Phoenix says, I love hanging out and love your voice. There you go, Willow. Phoenix doesn't lie. If there's one thing, if you go to Phoenix's channel, her live stream, her sincerity just pours out. So, hey, Willow, did you hear me talk about making peace your number one priority? That's your goal in any situation. Your goal is peace of mind. So, you don't want to upset this person because it will upset your peace of mind. You don't want anything to happen to Yoda, obviously. When you're confronted with a situation, keep in mind your number one goal and see what happens. Jessica says, yep, you did pull that card out. I did. I didn't want to. I promised myself. Kat says, that's it. If Yogi says it, I believe it. Well, thank you for that faith. There you go. Sniper has more good advice. Yep. Next thing you guys know, I'm going to be chasing you off of my metaphorical lawn with a rake in my hand. I do have my Michael Burkeen wagging spoon, decorative, artisan. I like that word. And Michael, it's a great word to use with Michael, artisan. Hey, Arco Point, great live stream, my friend. Phoenix says, the truth. What is the truth? It's a good question. So says Dolly, we think you're pretty amazing. Agreed. Stepper says there he is. Thanks. You're welcome, Eric. Perfect smoothie spoon. Well, it's a decorative spoon because it has shellac varnish. Here's a question for you guys. I bet you Eric LaPointe knows. For some reason, I think Soul Stars would know too. What's the difference between shellac and varnish? Is there a difference? Maybe Kat knows this. Phyllis says, laughing. What if I know someone older than you, Yogi? No one's older than me. Then what, you know, someone who's 78 years old? One of my family members alive still? Well, they do take precedent. That means that they can chase me off of their lawn. It's a hierarchy of finger wagging. Your 78-year-old family member can wag their finger at me, and I can wag my finger at you. Now, if we were going to go down the list, I think there might be some people in between you and me. Phoenix says, Eric LaPointe, I wanted to hang out there in person all day. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful farm. Solskjaer says, oh, we do not want to eat with that spoon. We do not want to eat with that spoon. Michael made that pretty clear. Eric Point says, see, I knew he would know. Shellac is more decorative, varnish is tougher. So I'm going to say that this is, I believe Michael said varnish, but it's pretty. So it might be shellac. It's actually signed, Michael Burkeen. I have been wagging, I got it at Christmas. And I've been wagging it at people ever since, much to everyone's great, great annoyance. From now on, my every single shellac and varnish question will be addressed to Eric LaPointe. I'm not going to have any go between. Straight to Eric LaPointe. Hey, Eric LaPointe, at the top of the conversation, we had a question about a broken refrigerator water coolant. I don't remember the exact thing. Don't know if I could find it or not. Probably out of the chat by now. Yep, no longer here. Oh, here it is. Does anyone know why this refrigerator water dispenser doesn't work? And I was wishing Eric LaPointe was here because I bet you he knew. True story, Eric LaPointe was trained as an electrician. Eric LaPointe says, I love the spoon bags. Not quite as good as a Selma finger wag, but it's still pretty good. We get some love from Toy Pups. Thank you, Toy Pups. If I'm not mistaken, soon, Toy Pups will do her own live stream. And I think she said she's going to do a marathon session. Seppa says, that's if you want to eat with it. Then I'd use clear boat varnish. Gotcha. Yeah, Michael warned me not to. Bo says, Yogi, I will get my 70-year-old family member on you, granddad or whatever you call it. I call him his name, Darren. Can't spell it. Got it though. We'll get him to prove you wrong. He might agree with me. And then you got two old people. Phoenix says, and your wish just came through. Selma Fierce has been like, she does. She does. The ultimate control. Tip Up says, sorry we're not active today. We're doing a marathon, so come visit after the Yogi's live stream. We're doing a face reveal today. Are you? And I'm going to miss it because I'll be in bed. Or can you do it right after I end the live stream? I might have to end it soon. I shoot for an hour anyway. Let us know when you're going to do the face reveal. Willis says, to a whole new country. Cypher says, the refrigerator display said, lack of the hydrogen monoxide. Eric Lapointe. I'm sticking with the flux capacitor, or the thingamabob. Thank you, Phoenix. Phoenix sends 30 joules. Much appreciated. Quick Pup says, you're so funny, Yogi. Hey, everyone wants to. Will says, can we do breathwork, please? Yes, we can. Oh, the face reveal is after 5 super chats, 2 membership giveaways, and 160 likes. Nice. Kat says, wait, yeah, this is true. She didn't say. Thank you so much, Phoenix. I love that floating heart. She didn't say whose face it would be. Flip Up says it'll take a minute. Morello says, if he agrees with you, I'm running to a whole new country. You know what? Us old people stick together. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an excellent point. The cat said, wait, whose face? Could be anyone's face reveal. Let's do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little mindfulness activity. We're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. And then, I've never done this before with anyone. Thank you again, Phoenix. And then we go right into breath work right after. How's that sound? And we'll do a familiar breath. We're going to breathe in something a little different, but familiar. We're going to breathe in for count of 5, exhale for count of 5. But first, we'll do that grounding method. Let me know who wants to participate. Hey, Village Food Season. Hello, my friend. Thank you, Dolly. Village Food says, happy poop. Let's see. Did I miss someone? Sorry, guys. Hey, Big Al. Evening, Yogi. I'm breathing, but can jump in and say hi. Yes. Hey, Delilah. The gift game. The gift name was Happy Poop. I'm lost. I thought maybe that that our friend, the Poopinator, was in the house. So I have no idea. I have no idea why we're saying Happy Poop. Sorry, happy going poo. I turned my back on you guys for a second. Thank you so much, Delilah. You've been visiting for a bit, so I'm gonna mod you up. Just a way to connect with people. No responsibility whatsoever. Thank you, Eric. No responsibility. That's the happy poop. All right, now I know. The golden poop. It is a poop, isn't it? I was complete. I was completely lost. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This is my first time seeing it, and I kept looking. Why is everyone talking about a happy poop? All right, I'm going to use another old-fashioned word. I was befuddled. Eric Lapointe and Dolly had me completely befuddled. Michael says, "Shiny happy poop." Eric Point says, "I love where these chats go." Yeah, guys, once you get me completely befuddled, there's no digging myself out of this hole. It's hard to put on a serious yogi face. Let's see. Guru is laughing. Well, I'm glad you can come in. I'm glad you can come in and laugh with us, Guru. Can I ask you something? Is it something different than before? Because you know what? All I ever asked for, be original. So if you got something different, if it's funny, there's a way to troll and still be kind and still be funny. We love our funny, kind trolls. People who can come in and actually make me laugh, make all of us laugh. If you can do that, man, ask away, my friend. Willis says, keep being amazing, my friends. Thank you, Will. Hey, Robbie. Robbie says, hi, enjoy. Oh, what did he ask before? What did you ask me before? If I was going to neck myself, which I don't know what that means. So that should be another thing. That it should make some kind of sense. It doesn't take much, as you can tell. It doesn't take much to confuse me. Here, I'm just confused by a golden poop. So it's no great deal to confuse me. The Reinhardt says exactly. Trolls are whack. Guru says, oh, there's a lot of responsibility with being a good troll. You got to up your game. Anyone can come in and say something sort of hurtful, sort of ridiculous. I'm always amazed at people who still come in with a bald comment, as if it's going to shock me. And so far, I don't think anyone said any original bald comment yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone has. We get some more golden poop. That's never not going to make me smile. Willow says, or golden, I don't know what's happening. You and me both, Willow. Willow says I get confused very easily, so I'm confused. What's happening in this chat about the happy pill? I just figured it out. Willow says, keep smiling. Let me know when you're ready for the breath work. Eric Lapointe is laughing. Phoenix says, sense more. It actually is called happy poop. This is why I love YouTube. Michael says, Michael, that was funny. Yogi, can you spend that crap? Yep. Can I spend that crap? I guess I'm going to have to buy some crap with the crap that I earned, right? Hey, Village Food Season. Thanks for the wave. Exactly, Willow. Willow has an excellent point. At least it's happy poop. No one wants to be sent sad poop. That would be pretty harsh, wouldn't it? Figas says, I'm always happy while poop. Always happy while pooping. Now that you mention it, now that I think about it, there might be times beforehand, but I guess while in action, We probably shouldn't go down this road, should we? We get more happy poop. Man, the happy poop is adding up. I wonder if I can put that on my taxes next year. So right now it's at $1.45. So can I declare on my taxes next year $1.45 and happy poop? Willis says, ready for a breath work, my friend. All right. Phoenix says, let's go happy poop. Phoenix, thank you so much. Above all, you and Eric Lapointe, thank you for the laugh. Thank you for making me smile. Big Al says, Phoenix, how much does happy poop cost? Excellent question. I'm up to $1.45 in happy poop. I'm up to here in happy poop. We got some love from Toy Pups. Thank you, Toy Pups. Phoenix says, that's my membership. Much appreciated. We get two more happy poops. We got a combo. Combo of poops. Who knew? Who was the one who came up? Can you imagine sitting in an executive board meeting and Yogi swimming in happy poop? Descriptive, but true. Michael said, Yogi swimming in happy poop. Michael says, so he's sitting in a pile of happy poops. Finally, a flower to come up to smell. Sniper Big Al says, someone clipped Yogi saying, I'm up to here, and happy poop. All right. Phoenix says, I actually sent the flowers first, then found the golden happy poop, but couldn't resist. No one can resist happy poop. But yeah, sitting in the board meeting, and we're like, we need to come up with a new emoji for our plan, for our jewel plan. And they threw out all kinds of stuff: dinosaurs, barn animals. And someone stepped up, someone with courage, someone with foresight, who was ready for a paradigm shift and said, no, it's going to be poop. And everyone was like, poop? That's ridiculous. And he said, no, I'm not finished. Or it could have been a she. It's going to be happy poop. It's going to be golden happy poop. And then everyone thought about it. And they probably stroked their beard and murmured under their breath. You know how people do in meetings. And here it is. It became a reality. That goes to show you guys. If you have a dream, if you have your own happy poop dream, believe in it. Believe in yourself. Manifest it. We can do it. All right, we're going to do breath work. Before we do breath work, we're going to do a grounding method. It helps you reduce anxiety. Here we go. Big Al says, please do breathing, Yogi. I'm waiting to come up and say hi. You got it. Yogi, poop glitter. Poop. Eric Point says, Zal, you definitely need a party hat with all that happy poop. You do need a party hat. Poo rocks. Happy golden poo. I never thought I would say this before this live stream, but happy golden poo does rock. All right. For those who want to participate, sit and relax. You're going to do this to yourself. You don't need to type it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be very grounding. I want you to focus. 5 things that you can see in your immediate vicinity. Just notice. You don't have to label them. Just note 5 things that you can see. Look around your room. Immediate. 5 things that you can see. When you've noted 5 things that you can see, 4 things in your immediate vicinity that you can touch. 4 things that you can touch. Don't drive yourself crazy with these. Just 4 things close by. It could be your own hand. 4 things. No need to overthink it. 3 things that you can hear. In your immediate vicinity or farther away. 3 things that you can hear right now. Name 2 things that you can smell. You'd be very sensitive for this. 2 things that you can smell. Don't even have to label it. Just notice. Last, 1 thing that you can taste. One thing that you can taste. I will tell you the benefits of this when we're done. But now we're going to go right into the breath work. We're going to do 5 and 5. Breathing in for the count of 5. Exhaling through the nose for count of 5, using that Ujjayi breath. So, Willow, we're going to begin. You could breathe in for count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let the breath go. Breathe naturally and easily. Just stay in this spot for a moment longer. Relaxed, at ease. And when you're ready, open your eyes, and I'll see you in the chat. Namaste. Let me say hi to our friend Cece. We need a bigger guy. a yogi host per se. Good idea, CC. Eric Point says MMA. Just ask. Yeah, just ask it. Hey, Walmart Chopper, how are you? Abigail, nice to see you. Eric Point says, hey to Big Al. Solstice says, namaste, agape love. Yes. Sorry. My cat's making a fuss. So, in my absence doing breath work, the golden poop has added up. Thank you. What do you think? Is MMA Guru actually going to ask me a question?
Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome, Willow.
How are you?
Good. How are you? How's your day?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I apologise for not being in any streams up until now.
That's okay. You weren't here. You weren't in this morning. I thought I saw you briefly this morning.
No, I don't think I can't remember now. I may have been. I can't remember. I know that I went in yesterday morning because I slept in.
Ah.
But this morning I can't remember. Today's been a bit of a blur. I've been really busy, so yeah, I apologise.
Not a problem. I'm going to answer. Eric the Point said because MMA Guru has kept asking if he could ask me something.
Right.
And I keep waiting. And Eric Point says, unless him asking if he can ask a question is the question.
Right.
Very metaphysical. Something to ponder. It's like a Zen koan. Hey, Runner Boy.
Indeed.
So, you've been out with your friend yet?
No, there's a little bit of an issue there. I don't want to talk about that.
You got it. No problem. Hey, Rosie.
Well, I'll just say because then people don't keep asking me about stuff. Basically, we have decided not to talk anymore.
Oh well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. There's yeah, it's nothing I've done, nothing she's done. It's her family essentially. They're a bit odd, and that's her own words. She said they're a little bit odd, and basically I don't want to go too much into things. She's still technically married, although her and her husband aren't together anymore. They're getting a divorce, but because she's still technically married, her family's very strict in a religious way and don't want her talking to another guy while she's still married. Even though their relationship is fully over, she's made it very clear herself and stuff like that. She's her family just aren't happy with it, so we've decided to not speak for now, until things are sorted between them.
Right. Okay. Well, at least there's still a promise there. See what happens. Eric.
Yeah,
says,
I mean, I saw her today, and we spoke. So there's no hard feelings between us or anything. Yeah, she was on her way to the shop. I was going to a meeting, and yeah, we had a little bit of a conversation, but we're just distancing ourselves in a romantic sense.
Right.
But I'll still speak to her if I see her, because we're not blanking each other. We're not being unsocial towards each other or uncivil. Just she's told me, how her family are, and we've decided that we'll distance ourselves in that kind of sense, but we'll still speak when we see each other. It's we're both adults, so we're going to go through life in an adult way.
And it's good that you both can approach it as adults, as you said.
Indeed.
No hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
No hurt feelings.
Sorry, I'm doing something because I want to show you something very quickly.
Sure. Sorry, guys, just yawned.
So, obviously, as you know, the 29th was my birthday. Tuesday was my birthday, and I got a pair of slippers for my birthday.
Yep.
My mum had ordered me something, and it didn't arrive in time. It arrived yesterday. And it's another thing that I asked for. I only asked for two things. I asked for a lava lamp and a pair of slippers. The slippers came, and today I received.
Nice.
I apologise. It's shining a bit bright on the camera. Hope you can. There we go. That seems a bit better.
Awesome. That brings me back to my best friend's basement, 1979 to 1984, and Led Zeppelin playing on a stereo and doing some what you would imagine teenagers doing in the late 70s and early 80s, which I can't get into. Let's just say it was illegal back then, but it's legal now.
Yeah.
And we had a lava lamp. What made you want a lava lamp?
I've always loved lava lamps. Since I was a young kid, my nan had lava lamps, and I just used to sit and stare and watch the lava bubbles going up and down.
That's really cool.
So yeah, I saw one in a shop quite recently, but it was in what you would call a thrift store. We call it a charity shop over here.
Right.
And yeah, for a second-hand lava lamp, it was quite expensive. And I didn't ask for a lava lamp for my birthday. It just so happened that it was before my birthday, and I mentioned to Mum, I said, "Oh, if you see a lava lamp anywhere, could you get me one, and I'll pay you back." And obviously it worked out that I asked before my birthday, so she ordered it for my birthday technically, and yeah, like I say, it arrived yesterday.
Rebecca said, yeah, lava lamps are cool. They do glitter ones as well.
Yeah, but Rebecca, I'm not a 13-year-old girl, so I don't really want a glittery lava lamp.
Wow. Good thing I didn't. I was just about to say, oh, cool. I wouldn't mind a glitter one. Good thing I didn't say that out loud and have my manhood questioned in front of everyone on YouTube.
Yeah, but Yogi, you have such long hair and the makeup. You look like a 13-year-old girl, so it's absolutely fine that you would
This is
want a
true.
glittery lava lamp.
It's an excellent point, Big Al.
You know, all that hair that I see there, right down to your shoulders. That's just I think a glittery lava lamp would suit you.
And it's an easy mistake to make, confusingly, for a 13-year-old girl. It's happened before.
Oh, Merry Christmas, by the way.
Happy New Year's, my friend. Hey, here's
Thank
big
you.
news. Squirrel Sniper says I'm going live by the pit after this live for a chat and flame watching. So we're going to end in just a few minutes, actually. Toy Pups is
Yep,
live.
that's fine.
Toy Pups is live, and Sniper. Sniper doesn't go live too often, so it's a big occasion. You get to sit by a fire pit and hang out and chat with Sniper.
Yep,
Pretty cool.
I will definitely. I might not stay for long, Squirrel. I apologise. I've got to be up quite early tomorrow. And obviously, as you know, Yogi, I said yesterday, I'm usually up between 8:30 and 9 o'clock.
Yep.
That rule was broken today. I was up before 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I didn't need to be. I just one of those things where this morning I woke up and looked at the time and it was before 8 o'clock, and I was quite surprised. But tomorrow, I do have to be up before 8 o'clock. I have to be up before 7:30 tomorrow, so it is going to be an early day for me.
Right. Got you.
In terms of what time I wake up, that is quite early for me. But I'm going to be doing some heavy lifting and things like that, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get my bike. I sorted out with my mate today, but things didn't quite go to plan. so I didn't get to pick up a bike today. But I'm hopefully getting a bike tomorrow.
I hope so. Hey, oops, sorry, that was Toy Pups. Are we gonna have a bike reveal?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm hoping to. I mean, I'm in my own words. This is no one said this to me. It's just how I am as a person. In my own words, I'm quite a sad person. As you've probably noticed, if you see my lives, I record some weird things. I'm the type of person that sees something and I record it because I have quite a immature mind and I'm easily amused. I record most things. So yeah, I can see a bike short or video coming in the future.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
What I want to do is get my bike, buy a bike lock, get some lights because I'm not just a daytime rider.
Right.
But get a bike lock, get some lights so I'm safe, and yeah, then
Are you
I'm hoping as well. I had already thought about it as like a pre-thought of doing a bicycle live stream. So when I first go out on a bike ride, well, I'll find a route and do a live stream while I'm on the bike.
that would be awesome to see.
I wouldn't be
Hey.
reading the chat much, obviously, for safety
Right.
reasons, but it'd be cool for people to see, I suppose. You know,
Are you a helmet wearer or not?
I am definitely.
Good.
I'm going to keep it clean. Usually, I'd use a certain word, but I'd rather look like a moron than be brain dead. At the end of the day,
Agreed. And I think it's commonly accepted now for most people to wear a helmet. So I don't think people look as odd as they once might have.
yeah. I mean, over here, I mean, I don't know how popular the story was, but over here there was an incident where a person was knocked off his bike, severely brain damaged, and then his dad went on TV and campaigned for bike helmets to be made legal in the country.
Well,
And it's one of those things where you look at it, and I don't mean to disrespect, but it's one of those things where you look at it, and people only care when something happens that affects them.
I agree. You see that quite
Whereas
frequently.
I've been brought up from a young age. I think I learned to ride a bike when I was 10 or 11, and I've always worn a helmet when on my bike.
Smart.
Because, like I say, I'd rather look stupid. I mean, I've been called all sorts of names when I've been wearing a bike helmet. You look stupid. You look like, yeah, it's like, yeah, but I'd rather look like an idiot than be brain dead. If I
Agreed.
come off, I have a higher chance of surviving and not ending up a vegetable if I wear a helmet.
100%. 100% behind you with that. Phoenix says, may I interrupt? Always, Phoenix.
Go ahead.
Rebecca said, Big Al, when's the face reveal? No shame for joining the Bald Club.
You might not get a face reveal, but I'm going to upload a picture of my hair because I have hair. In fact, I'll tell you, I had a haircut quite recently, and I have a skin fade. So I have the side and the back's quite short, and then obviously on the top I have like a comb over in a way. It's not technically a comb over. I just comb it. I don't know how you'd explain it on camera, really, but I comb it over to the side. So I have plenty of hair, Rebecca. That's my point.
And you can have a comb over with hair. Doesn't necessarily mean, it's implied sort of that you're combing it over to hide something, but that doesn't have to mean that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, Hamada Dream Girl says hi. So what's up, Dolly?
In fact,
says Big Al Puncher Repair Kit is a must.
Oh, definitely. I've got like a list of things that I'm getting. I want a high vis vest because I like to be seen as well. But the order of importance goes bike because that's I'm getting the bike first anyway. But bike, helmet, puncture repair, lock and lights both at the same time hopefully. But lock and lights, and then puncture repair kit.
Kat she has a point. says, Big Al, you could take a picture of anyone's hair. How would we know it's you?
If anyone's like Rebecca, for example, will probably know this. When I've uploaded selfies in the past, I put emojis over my face to hide my face. So I would do exactly the same thing. I take a selfie, but use an emoji that covers my face but not my hair. The positioning would be right. I still get the point, but yeah, I mean, I could say I'm going to get a tin of mushy peas, take a selfie with the mushy peas, so the mushy peas are in the picture, and still cover my face with the emoji.
Or you,
Because
well,
I doubt
you could
there's
do
any
that,
pictures on Google of that.
and then hold up a sign saying, "This is Big Al." Who would doubt you? Signs don't lie.
Exactly. I could do something. I could give you a tour of my flat, and then sit near something or stand near something and take a selfie with it.
Okay, there you go.
There are many ways around it. I've got it figured out.
I have no doubt. I want to assure Dolly, by the way. Dolly, no need to apologize, my friend. Phoenix says, I just would like to say that if anyone was accidentally blocked by any moderator, managing moderator, on my channel or by myself, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Understood. And I know you would, if it was, accidentally, please don't trouble yourself. Accidents happen, my friend. So Rebecca says, Big Al, have you no friends to take selfies with? So you're going to take one with mushy peas. Fair.
Well, I have plenty of friends. It's just I don't think any of them specifically would be interested in me having a selfie with me for me to put on YouTube because of my hair.
Right. That makes sense.
There are plenty.
Yeah.
I think about it. There's plenty of people that I could take selfies with, but like I say, for the purpose of just my hair, they'd probably ask for their face to be covered too with an emoji. So it's just simpler to take a selfie on my own at the end of the day.
MK says, yep, well, you showed your shoes a couple days ago, Al. So maybe you could just hold those up.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I could do.
I would imagine, sooner or later, maybe you want to do a complete face reveal. But Pups might be doing a face reveal later tonight if she gets, I forget how many, I think 5 super chats and a membership gift and 160 thumbs up. Hey, Duncan. Duncan says, a bit late tonight. Hope training went well today. Yep, today was an easy day. Tomorrow we'll be back to the kettlebells. Duncan's going to be in a podcast with Busy Dad. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And Phoenix says, I just went to my block list, and anyone I blocked is all unblocked. And there are a bunch of names unblocked that I did not block. I had something very similar happen, Phoenix. I would recommend anyone, it has to be a managing mod. If you have a managing mod on your live stream, check. Because sometimes things have been blocked for personal reasons that have nothing to do with the channel itself. So definitely check.
I didn't. Just a little quick note to Phoenix. I didn't notice that I'd been blocked or anything. But if I was blocked, like she said, she's unblocked everyone now, so it's not going to affect me that much. But it's nice of her to apologise. She doesn't have to, but it is nice that she's done that. It shows the kindness of the community, which is very good.
Agreed, 100%.
Cat and Jack, are you still here? Because I'd just like to quickly say, although I didn't stay in your stream for very long, today, I enjoyed it. It was quite relaxing. The view where you are is splendid. It's amazing. And the bird song was really relaxing as well, actually.
Agreed. Rosie said, Toy Pups is watching me right now. So we're being live streamed as we live stream.
Fascinating. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. I feel special now.
Yeah, you might have made YouTube history.
With the one and only Yogi.
There can only be one, fortunately. Fortunately for you guys. Let's see. Troll behavior on many channels gets you deleted off YouTube. You're welcome, Natka. Kat says yes. Still here. Rosie says,
Kat,
"Yogi, you're
did you?
famous."
Sorry,
Go ahead. That's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Kat if she heard what I said about her live stream. It was very nice, and it's
She
great
says
to know
thanks.
so many.
She said
It's
thanks.
great to know so many great people.
Agreed. Rosie said, "Yogi, you're famous now." All right, Big Al, I'm going to wrap things up so we can hang out with Toy Pups and we can hang, because I know you got to be up early. And you can hang out with Squirrel Sniper for maybe just a few minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to poke my head into both and say hi, and then that will be it for me. I'll go to bed. I think I'm going to go up for another 5 to 10 minutes just to say hi to both people, and then, yeah, it's good night from me. But I appreciate, as always, Yogi, I appreciate you having me here. It's been lovely. Good night, everybody. Love you, Yogi. Thank you.
Love you too, my friend. Thank you so much. Always
Goodbye.
a pleasure and an honor to have Big Al up here. Let me answer this question real quick from Duncan. Duncan says, are there official courses, qualifications one has to attain or complete to be a yogi? It's a really good question. Kat says, yes, thank you. Officially, no. To be a yogi, you need to practice yoga. Yogi just means practitioner of yoga, which I am and have been for a very long time. Now, having said that, I am a 200-hour certified yoga instructor. That's not any great big deal. The only reason I got that was sort of as a compliment to my certification as a meditation teacher. And I have certification for yogic breath work and a certification for pranayama. Basically the same thing. I am right now working on a 300-hour yoga certification. I mainly do that. Oh, I also have continuing education classes in therapeutic yoga and yoga psychology. But what makes me a yogi is my love and commitment of living a yogic lifestyle. And I'm definitely committed. As I am committed as being a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles. It took me a long time to finally say I'm a teacher of A Course in Miracles. Even though the Course says at the beginning, the very beginning, we teach what we most need to learn. Hey, T. T says, hello, Yogi, and all in chat. Just in time. We're wrapping things up, T. But Toy Pups is live, and Squirrel Sniper is going to go live. All right. So let me say one more time, very weirdly, but very truly, thank you so much for the golden poop. For anyone who's just come into the chat, that's probably the weirdest thing you're ever going to hear me say. For those who've been in the chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you for the golden poop. Rosie says, Pups is watching Yogi while live stream. She's still doing that. I'm just popping on again. She's at 66 thumbs up. Nice. All right. So with that, T says, Yogi, PMU? Gotcha. I would look for it. Rebecca's laughing. Big Al says, truth isn't going to last much longer if I don't, don't stop being cruel, Rebecca. I sort of thought maybe the truth was over. Phoenix says, he's never looking, is he? Thank you, Eric LaPointe. Phoenix says, love you too. Dolly, thank you so much. All right. Well, we got more. No, I am never looking. I miss them all the time. But I just saw 265. Thank you. I got it. That time I got it. Just in time. Thank you for the happy poop. Big Al says, no Yogi, but I'm surprised it lasted this long. You guys did well. I appreciate the effort that you put in. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, thank you for the happy poop. Here's the thing. I know I say long goodbyes. Anyone can send poop. Anyone. It's no big deal. I receive poop all the time. But it takes a really special, loving, big-hearted person to send golden happy poop. Not everyone can do that, but Eric LaPointe and Dolly, they stepped up. They showed everyone it can be done. They had the courage to do what no person has ever done on this live stream ever before. Thank you for that. And I love you guys. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.